Tony Finau and Scotty Scheffler to the press room. We'll roll right into questions. If you can just raise your hand, we'll get a microphone over to you. We'll go with Jason first and then Shane.
For Tony, right over on this side, the other side, thanks. Can you just compare, or I guess contrast, the atmosphere today compared to yesterday?
Tony, can you just press the red button, please?
There we go. Now you can hear me? The atmosphere was a lot different. The energy was a lot different today than it was yesterday. The crowds there were a lot more people, which just brought energy, I think, to the event today compared to yesterday. And so from an environment standpoint, there's no question that there was more energy on the international side, and the Canadian fans definitely showed up today.
Obviously, you're playing against two Canadians. Did you feel that elevated the I guess the boisterousness of the crowd, like how wild they were because you're going against two local guys?
Yeah, no question. Mac and Corey played great. You know, on a day like today, you tip your cap to the guys that played better, and in our case, they definitely played better than we did, and they were able to use the crowd behind them to their advantage. And but we definitely felt the energy right out of the gate. You know, I hit the first tee shot yesterday, and in our group, I hit the first tee shot today, and it was night and day difference. I think the noise and just the energy. So we love that, and although we didn't show out today, hopefully the fans come back out over the next couple days for the show.
We'll go to Shane next.
Might be a strange time to ask this question for Scotty, but even though you lost, it felt like for the second straight day, you and Russell played pretty well together, and it seemed like there was some chemistry there. Am I right about that? And if so, you know, what's working for you guys?
Yeah, you know, like Tony said, I think, you know, some of us played some good golf today. You know, today was an important day for them. They really went out and played great. You know, it seemed like late in the round yesterday they were hitting a lot of good putts that were kind of going around the edge, and today those putts were going right in the back of the cup. And so really just tip of the cap to those guys. And yeah, I think the stuff Russell and I did today, we played solid golf. We just weren't able to hold the putts when we needed to, and you know, hit some good putts out there. Russell hit some really good putts that I thought were going in and just missed. And you know, that's how it goes. You know, they rode a lot of the momentum from the crowd today, and just they played some really good golf.
Additional questions for Scotty and Tony? We'll go to Dylan.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we're out.
What's the mentality now going to tomorrow? Obviously, yesterday and today were pretty different. Do you wipe the slate? Do you use this as motivation? Like, how do you use what's happened to take you forward?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit of both. Learn from today, but you know, we got 3 sessions left. You know, and that's the message to our guys. We know that there's a lot of golf to be played. We played great yesterday, and they played great today. And now we're back to square one, where it's a tie moving forward. So it's a dogfight, and I like my 11 guys in a dogfight over the next three rounds.
Are there other times during the year, other than these team events, where it feels like a lot of people are like rooting against you?
I would say this is pretty much the only tournament where I've ever experienced that. Definitely wouldn't really happen too much in a stroke play event. I think sometimes there's more of like a bad taste in that kind of thing happening in a stroke play event, just because there's so many guys to root for. Here it's one team against another, and I mean, I think it's pretty cool. I think it's a fun event. You know, I loved playing away games when I was in high school playing basketball, and hearing stuff from the crowd I think only makes us more motivated to go out there and do our best. And you know, the environment, like Tony said today from yesterday, was drastically different, and I thought today the crowd did a great job, got into it, and gave the guys some good energy, and you know, they fed off of it. But it's our job to go out there tomorrow and do our best, and hopefully keep them a little bit quieter.
We'll go to James next.
This is for either of you, but I'm just wondering, did you feel like there was maybe a little bit more chippiness today than yesterday? And do you feel like you performed better in those circumstances, or maybe worse?
Yeah, I don't know about chippiness, but you know that there was a sense of urgency that the international team had to play with, and they brought it with the crowd. As we mentioned, with the environment, you know, the crowd really brought it, and then they backed it up with their play. You know, on a day like today, as I mentioned before, you tip your cap to the guys. They had a great day, as we did yesterday, but now we're back to square one, and our team is looking ahead. We got a lot of golf to be played. You know, that's the thing. You know, there's 3 more sessions to go, and we're going to learn from today. But at the end of the day, it's like, you know, I like our 12 guys in a dogfight. That's what we have, and we're going to be up for the challenge.
Yeah, I'll second that with just, you know, there's 30 points available. 10 of the points are done. You know, there's 20 more to go get, and all of us, the only thing each one of us can do is to go out and do our best to try and get a point and not worry about the other stuff.